Hi, I'm Tabby.
Hi, I'm Tristan.
And we are
Loud and Wrong.
Woo! Today's episode looks so different.
A lot of changes. A lot.
Like, we seriously are being so experimental right now. Testing out using 2 cameras, 2 desks, 2 mics, everything. Like, can you guys tell that? Is it obvious if we look at each other? We are sitting side by side, I promise, but it's just so different right now.
Yeah. Not all of the changes were, like, by choice. Some of them were forced upon us by our school. They took away our privileges, if you will.
Yeah.
Forcefully and hatefully. But we love them. All right. Let's dive in with the songs of the week. For me, I'm going to go first. My top song of this week is going to be Balloons by Tyler, the Creator, and Doechii. I actually really didn't like anything on this album when it came out. It came out on my birthday, and I listened to it on the train on my birthday, and I was just, like, so irritated that I didn't like it. But the second time around, it was a lot better than I anticipated. It was so good. I love the song, and I think Doechii's so funny on it. Next song of the week is Born Again by Lisa, Doja Cat, and Ray. I was so shocked by this music video and the song. It just came together beautifully. I think this song is what Miley Cyrus and, like, Ariana Grande tried to do in that one song, but they all made different songs. You know what I'm talking about?
Not the Lana Erasure. Wasn't she on
Oh,
it?
she was also on there, but, like, they all...
She just left her out. Let's not talk about that.
They all made separate songs, and none of them were, like, cohesive, you know? And I think this one had a cohesive, like, thought process behind it, and it showed. Third song of the week, you know, it has to be the gay culture, Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. That song has me in a grip. It has my life by my throat, and it will not let go. And I'm okay with that, you know? It's a beautiful music video, and I'm glad she's weird again.
I'm dead. My songs of the week, I don't really have, like, what you had, like, a tiers to it. I just kind of have ones that have stuck out with me this week. For starters, I have our Grammy-winning girl. The song didn't win the Grammy, but our girl did. I'm sorry, not our girl, our queen.
Doechii?
No. Oh. It's Beyonce. Levi's Jeans. Yeah. Levi's Jeans by Beyonce and Post Malone. I really do like the song she has with Miley Cyrus, Two Most Wanted. Really good, beautiful, but the one that's been stuck in my head is Levi's Jeans by Post Malone, especially that last, like, 20 to 30 seconds of it. I'm so obsessed. It's so much fun to sing. These days when I'm walking home from our campus, I find myself, like, listening to it. Call me pretty little thing. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It just makes me feel like a whole different season. I love it. The energy is so nice. It's so refreshing. And the album is just so underrated. Period. My next song is Charlie Brown by Coldplay. This is another one that has just been really filling in the soundtrack to the movie that is my life. I find myself listening to this one a lot and just kind of dancing to myself in my room. It just makes me feel really motivated and refreshed, and fingers crossed I'm hopefully going to be seeing them this summer for my birthday in Toronto, so...
Fingers crossed. I thought that was a thing.
Period. Speak it into existence. And if you don't already, follow my personal YouTube channel because I will be vlogging it there when the time comes. Thank you. My next one is Everything in You from the Adventure Time soundtrack, I'm pretty sure. On, like, YouTube Music, it says it's by Adventure Time, but then, like, the cover of it says Fiona and Cake.
So, Fiona and Cake are characters in Adventure Time.
Do they have their own show?
Kind of. So there's Finn and Jake, right? That's the female version. Fiona and Cake.
Oh.
So it's like a parallel universe.
Okay, period.
I would know. I have a Adventure Time tattoo.
Period. We should do, like, a series that's literally just us rewatching.
Adventure Time?
From start to finish.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It says it's featuring Half Shy. I'm not sure who that is, but I love this song so much. I have a playlist that's just a bunch of, like, light music, especially stuff from my childhood. It's really my favorite kind of music to study to. like, it just kind of goes in the background, and, like, if I find myself singing along to it, I don't get too distracted to where I can't do my work. It's just enough where I'm like, period. I'm kind of mindlessly singing it while also getting the work done, and it's like a lullaby. Like, I love songs that are not super romantic in the sense of romantic partners. I like ones that are more like, you're like a friend to me, or you mean so much to me, that sort of stuff, and that it gives. Okay.
So the first thing I want to talk about is Doechii, our queen. You guys have known, if you actually listen, that I've gotten into her since we didn't know who she was when she got nominated.
We literally were like, who?
Who? Alligator bites never heal who? But no, that album is genuinely so good. And then she immediately released a song being like, yeah, I knew I was going to win, and if I wasn't going to win, I was going to go crazy. So, are you glad I won?
Are you glad I won?
Are you glad I won now?
For everyone's safety?
For everyone's safety in the building, you're glad I won. But no, she genuinely deserved it. Her performance was flawless. No backtrack. Love to see it. No backtrack whatsoever. The dancing did give a little bit Miss Trunchbull, like, we are the revolting children living in revolting times-ish from Matilda, but it was okay. I was okay with it. It was just the outfits and the choreography was giving that, but she deserves it. I'm so happy for her. If anybody else won, it would have been a snub. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. Let me pull up the nominees list to see who else was, because I keep forgetting who else was nominated. Except, I keep getting catfished by these articles? They keep saying they've got the list, but then they don't show me the list. Like, do you want to fight? Do you want to fight right now? I think, like, of course, the school sort of rebellious thing went really well with her. It was really cohesive with everything she's done, from, like, the design of her tiny desk to all of her performances, even when she went on the stage at, what's that, Camp Flogna or whatever it is that Tyler, Creator, does. Like, she's been keeping it really consistent with her branding, and it's really nice, and I love that she kept the braids consistent. Everything's really nice.
Yeah.
But still kind of stayed true to, like, the sort of sex appeal that she wants to bring to the table when they did, like, the rip away. I love the introduction to the performance, how she had them in the audience like that. I love the stunts. It was very nice. I thought it ate. Definitely one of the top performances of the night for me. Yeah, I think she deserved the win. I think it was good. She had a good year compared to the other ones. You know, lots of other people had great albums out too, but I think it was earned. This year's theme at the Grammys was innovation or something along those lines. Some guy had made a TikTok explaining it. Do you think we should watch the TikTok? Mm-mm. Period. Some guy had made a TikTok explaining, like, the theme for this year was innovation. And when I look at the other albums in the rap category, I definitely think she got it. She definitely got it. She brought something really refreshing a really refreshing sound to the mainstream that we hadn't heard in a minute, and really showed her personal flair with it. And again, like you said, her live performance, so stable, so impressive. Like, she ate that.
Yeah, 100%. I think in the same kind of category, the next person I want to talk about is Kendrick Lamar, and how he not only ruined Drake's career and was like, you're a terrible person, you're ugly, you're no good, you're a pedophile.
Ugly!
Your daughter and your mom are embarrassed to be associated with you, and I'm personally sorry to them that they have to deal with you. He also got Grammys for it. So, I think that's well-deserved. He ate that up. I believe he won, was it 2, 3, 5?
Wait, double check that for me. I thought it was like
How
5.
many Grammys did Kendrick win? It says that he won 5 this year.
I feel like it's fair. That was most definitely, like, when you think of 2024, you're definitely going to think of Not Like Us, like, 10 years from now.
Yeah, and his album was also so good.
Mm-hmm.
That, like,
that was so good.
Album.
But was it... I thought it came out after the cutoff, so technically it's eligible next year.
It did, but I'm talking about, like, just him in general.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Short King, he 5'5".
Yeah.
I support you, Short King. You
For
get
real.
them big guys.
He's
You swing up.
Cute. Everyone... He's like, I'm dead. Oh my gosh. We'll talk more about him in like 5 seconds when we get to the Super Bowl. But still on the Grammys. Thoughts on the best dance pop recording. That one, the nominees were Von Dutch by Charlie XCX, Make You Mine Madison Beer, L'amour de ma vie, Billie Eilish, Yes and Ariana Grande, and Got Me Started, Troye Sivan.
I'm confused by nominations. Like, I wouldn't necessarily classify Yes and as best, like, dance pop. Like, I want to dance to it, but when I think of dance pop, I think of, like, club music. And for me, Von Dutch, Get Me Started, and not even Make You Mine, just Von Dutch and Get Me Started are the club songs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the genres are getting a little bit murky, especially, like, L'amour de ma vie being put in the same category as, say, like, some of the other ones. I don't know. It gets kind of confusing. I think anything you can kind of, like, to, I think is what they mean by dance pop. I think. Yeah,
like, but Make You Mine isn't something I want to dance to. It's just something that I want to sway to. You know, it's not like... Can you
play a little tidbit of it?
Yeah.
I think I heard it in a trailer for a movie. Oh, yeah, but see, like, it's kind of like EDM meets, like, house type stuff.
Yeah, but it's, like, still... It's, like, swaying. It's not, like...
But that's how I feel about L'amour de ma vie.
I agree.
Like, that's what I mean. This category is a little bit murky. Like, where's the line?
Where's the line in the sand, and who's drawing them? Because I'd like to speak.
I definitely see, like, why Brat won Best Dance/Electric Album. Like, we talked about in our first episode. Like, she basically ran New York for the summer.
She did.
She really ran New York for the summer. So I totally see her winning that. Well-deserved. Glad she walked away with something. As far as the Best Dance Pop recording category, I am a little just confused on what the prerequisites are for that category in the first place. Like, yeah. So, like, I don't really know how to be like, oh, maybe this person should have won. Because I don't know what they're asking for.
Yeah, like, honestly.
I literally don't know what they're asking for.
Like, what are we talking about at this point? Also... The two other people that we have to talk about are Beyonce and Taylor Swift. First of all, anybody that says Beyonce didn't deserve the Grammy she got, meet me out back. Meet me behind this line, and we can talk.
For real.
Ahead of this line, this is professional, but behind this line, it's like, there's this drag queen podcast that I watch that my friend got me into, and that whenever they're like, can I see you back here? Why the fuck would you do that? And that's how I want to be. Because she deserves it. She proved that she doesn't belong in a genre, like it says in the album, where it's like, genres are a funny little thing. Some people feel confined. Yeah, she is confined if you try to put her in a genre. She can't be tamed in a genre. And also in Formation, I think it was, she said in the music video, she was like, you're not getting rid of my countryside. Like, it's there to stay. You know? So she always been like that. She's not just, like, being like, I'll test in this and test in this. It's also, like, she historically has had connections to these different genres. So, fight me.
Period.
What do you think about her winning?
I think hell yeah. Especially when the theme that was being, like, spoken about on social media, people were saying that the theme was innovation or, like, doing something new. And I think that was, like, the pinnacle of innovation for anything that came out this year. Mm-hmm. Like, it was totally something different. It did really well. It was so memorable. I mean, country music had record-breaking numbers of people listen to country music for the first time ever on Spotify.
And there's no coincidence that she did a country album this year. I mean, exactly. A lot of people did country albums this year, but...
We know the truth. It was Beyonce.
It was Beyonce the entire time.
Millions of people, for the first time ever, listened to a country song on Spotify. Like... She opened the door and really changed things quite a bit. And I like that she incorporated people on her album that were new to the scene, but also people that had been in it for a while. Like, some country icons were in there, too. And I think this whole thing about, like, people crying, wah, all the way home because she's doing country music. She didn't used to do country music. She used to do other kind of music is so, like...
Juvenile
and hypocritical. Because, like, this year, you know who else started doing country music? Post Malone. Didn't he drop his debut country album just...
Yeah, F1 Trillion or whatever it's called.
And everyone welcomed him with open arms, but as soon as it's Beyonce, they're like, she doesn't know what it's like to live the country life. She's from Houston, Texas. What are you talking about? What do you mean she doesn't know what it's like down here? Like... What are you talking about? It's just, like, so hypocritical. And then to shut her out of all of the country nominations. And to shut out Shabuzi from all of the he didn't get nominated for anything at the CMAs. Like, I would like to see what are the prerequisites to get a nomination at the CMAs. Because clearly it's not having the #1 country song in the world. So, then what are the prerequisites? Like, any type of critique, it kind of just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because they're really, I don't know. I try not to be stereotypical, but y'all can fill in the blank.
Oh, yes. On the flip side of the whole Beyonce thing, there's also the Taylor Swift topic, and I was already seeing people being like, she deserved an award, she deserved it. No, she didn't. That was a terrible album.
Oh!
It was bad. Okay, there was one song on it that was actually listenable, and that's the one with, guess what, Post Malone. Fortnite. Fortnite was good, and I think that was on that album. If not, I don't care.
Oh!
Also, your album's name is, what, the Dead Poets Department?
Tortured Poets Department.
I'm like, or the Tortured Poets, whatever. I'm like, okay, girl, you can go 1 year without getting a Grammy. That's okay. It's okay. Lick your wounds, make something better.
Lick your wounds is crazy. Okay, the way I feel about Tay, and especially I think part of the reason she didn't win is because this year is kind of about innovation, and she didn't really do anything too different with this album. I think a lot of people are like, oh, like talking numbers, oh, streams, da-da-da-da-da. Like, take that to the AMAs. Take that to the BBMAs. We're not talking about that right now. This is the Grammys. Yes, numbers get you into the nominations, but as far as the winner, read up. It has never, ever, ever been about who had the best selling or whatever, like, numbers as far as winning the actual Grammy. That's more of a conversation amongst your peers in the industry.
Otherwise, The Weeknd would have a million Grammys.
Exactly. Like, it is not a numbers thing. Don't piss me off. Or, I could go through a whole list of snubs, but, like, as far as people saying, her album was bigger, that's not really the conversation we're having right now. I think as far as, like, what social commentary was in there, what impact on the culture did she have, what commentary did she have about society, that sort of stuff, that kind of, like, puts it over the edge a bit. Next to the other stuff that was in the category, I think maybe that's why she didn't win, and also just because, like, it was very obvious that the Grammys was trying to make a point that they've changed, and that they're leaning more into, you know, righting their wrongs. So I think giving her another one, like, first of all, you have to look at the categories and say, another Grammy, in what category? Album of the Year? Don't piss me off.
Don't lie to yourself.
Don't piss me off. And what, Best Pop Vocal? Over Sabrina? Over Chapel? Who else was it? Over Billy? I feel like they put a bit more thought into it. And I'm not saying, like, oh, in the past, like, she just had these thoughtless wins. No. I'm just saying, and we can get into detail in those conversations if we want to later, when it comes to impact, when it comes to making a mark, making a statement, making a cultural shift, bringing things to light, it totally makes sense why she didn't win.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense why she didn't win anything. I'm just saying. It just totally makes sense why she didn't win.
Yeah. Okay. The next big topic on the chopping block.
We're not going to talk about Sabrina?
Well, I mean, she got what she deserved. She needed it.
I don't know. I thought we'd just say congratulations or something.
Congratulations, Sabrina Carpenter. You ate, like always.
We should talk about Billy. Because a lot of people are like, Billy, no, Billy, she should have won. She's crying. But she wasn't even, I didn't see her tears as, like, boo-hoo, I didn't win. I saw them as, like, she was just, like, happy for Beyonce. That's what I saw. Those were my eyes.
Well, also, like, when you're nominated for awards like that, like, no matter who you are, you want to get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're still human at the end of the day. And I think it's cruel of the shady cameraman who immediately went to Billy crying. Okay, let the girl breathe.
The amount of times they pan to her.
Yeah, let her have her moment. She's allowed to be sad. Can we not make it a huge deal?
Mm-hmm.
You know? For whatever reason she was sad, she was sad. Let her have that. She's got Grammys. She's got, what, an Oscar, too? Like, she's got awards to make up for it, so she's obviously not lacking talent. It wasn't her year, and that's okay. Just don't pan to her, shady cameraman. Go back to the Wendy Williams show.
For real. And I think it's the Grammys. Everyone cries at the Grammys. Like, literally everyone cries at the Grammys. Didn't Cynthia Erivo start crying?
Yeah. Did you
when
see that?
Beyonce won?
Yeah.
Lady Gaga cried when Beyonce won. Apple Roan. Did you see her comments that she made about newbies in the industry needing to be well taken care of by their producers and their management and stuff? And then that journalist made a whole article about her.
Yeah. Saying,
like, basically, why don't you help them? Well, you're just talking and standing up there. Like, it was a whole bunch of nothing. Her and Halsey called him out. And, period, Halsey's a shooter. Okay?
Yeah. Halsey's like, what?
For real. She'll put you on her story real quick. Like, she does not play. But, they basically called him out, and Chappell was like, you want to talk about people putting their money where their mouth is? You're writing a whole article. Let's match donations.
You want to talk about mothers.
Yeah. And then he goes on Twitter doing this whole little long-ass sob story talking about you're trying to throw money at everything instead of attacking me. You should be helping everybody, da-da-da-da. And I'm just sitting here reading it like, he's so pathetic. She tried to make a statement about people being taken advantage of for their talent in the industry and not being compensated, and he, who, you know, works in the industry, tries to shut that down and make her seem like she was wrong, loud and wrong. and try to put it down and try to make her out to be some sort of greedy and flashy, like, fake ass activist. And as soon as they held his feet to the fire, he wants to retreat and talk about, it's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money. No, Chappell shouldn't have to be the one to make 100 million donations to artists when their bosses could just pay them.
True.
Like, she had the right idea in the very beginning. The companies who make the money off of them should be making sure that, you know, they have health insurance and a place to sleep at night.
I agree.
She ate that. About the different performances, so Benson Boone was trending. Did you see his
little adjustment?
Oh, the adjustment, the getting the suit ripped off, the
why are you doing a flip?
Like,
this isn't do a flip.
Can I just say, like, I think he is talented. I know he's come a long way. He was on, what was it, American Idol or whatever, like, he's come a long way. I do think he can sing very well. I think he's very consistent, and he's a great live singer, and evidently he's not shy. He's not scared on stage. I just think
it's like, y'all can see my appendage.
I just think he would benefit from more direction. You can't just be pulling out all the stops and flipping around everywhere at every show. Like,
yeah, it's giving dream guest on my podcast.
It's like, literally, I sometimes watch his performance and I'm like, okay, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
Like, are you, like, heartbroken? But then why did you just do a backflip? But then what's with the one piece? And why did you just get the suit ripped off? Like, maybe there's lore to this that I just don't know because I'm not in that universe. But I think as far as gaining more support from the GP, general public, he could just use a little bit stronger branding because he has the voice. He has the confidence. And people just like him in person. On the internet, people hate, but in person, I think in person, when you see him on stage, he's charming. Because I did see him in person. I saw him at Global Citizens Fest, and I didn't really know anything about him. I was just like, oh, he's like another TikTok artist? Like, okay, whatever, that's fine. But then when I saw him on stage, he is charming. He does have the charisma to make you be like, oh, period, wait, okay. And he hits those notes. He's a very good live singer. I just think I see so much potential in him, and I'm saying this so passionately because, like, we desperately need another pop boy. Mm-hmm. We don't have one. We don't have one. Where'd they go? Justin, save us. Justin Bieber, if you can hear me, save us. Have you seen the Donald Trump? If you can hear me, save us. Justin Bieber, if you can hear me, save us. But yeah, okay, we have to move on to the next topic because we can't talk forever. See, this is how you know I'm true to this. Like, when I said I want to start a podcast, I had things to say. Like, but apparently we're on a time crunch, so we got to keep it moving.
Oh, apparently we agreed. Anyway, I love your passion. So the next topic is the Super Bowl, which actually happened last night.
Yeah, I know.
Last night.
I don't have class Monday. You don't have either. Mm-mm. We don't have class on Monday, so the weekends kind of just like
Blur.
We don't have class Fridays either.
No.
Yeah, like
so we have a 4-day weekend.
We're just like, what is going on?
But we fill that time. Don't think we're lazy. We fill that time. We have obligations.
For real.
Okay.
We run businesses.
Okay. Anyway, I don't care about the football game. I'm glad the Eagles won because I'm tired of the Chiefs.
Okay, so we're back. Little technical difficulties.
Is it really the Loud and Wrong podcast if shit doesn't hit the fan?
For real. The second camera we're using died. This one we're using is mine, period. Let me know what you think, okay?
Okay, not too much hate. Shout out to Gia. She let us use a camera.
Yes, shout out to that.
I'm just gonna have to get a backup battery, so, you know.
Period.
We love you. She's a longtime fan.
You were saying about the Super Bowl.
Oh, about the Super Bowl. Basically, Taylor Swift got booed. The Eagles lost, won, which was great. Samuel L. Jackson was there with Kendrick Lamar and Serena Williams.
And SZA.
And SZA making a statement to Donald Trump saying, fuck you. And Drake being like, fuck you. So there's not much to say about it because it's just a beautiful statement and he did an amazing job. I was shocked that he said Drake's name and he was giddy about it. He said, hey, Drake.
Yeah, everyone was clipping that picture. So funny.
He was like just so happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I got the Grammys and now I'm at the Super Bowl. Ruin your career.
Period. And there's just so much to unpack there. Okay, you mentioned all the special guests. I'm 1 day old. I found out yesterday that Serena Williams and Drake dated.
Yeah.
What?
It did not end well. Yeah, he made a lyric about her in one of his albums.
I had no idea, like, that was a thing, and now I'm, like, trying to figure out the tea, like, that is so random.
Yeah. But,
yeah.
Period.
She came out on top,
walk.
though, because her relationship is so cute, and period. And Olympus has 2 successful parents, period.
Period.
As far as the performance, I feel like, online, some people just weren't getting it. It wasn't really clicking. They were trying to say, oh, this was so bad, it wasn't going on. I feel like...
Just because their brain doesn't work.
That's what I'm saying. And I feel like this performance was so Kendrick. Like, he's not going to be doing backflips and rollerblading like Usher and having
or
fireworks.
Benson Boone.
Exactly. And shaking it up like Shakira and J-Lo. Like, he's not going to do all that. That's never, ever been his brand. I feel like this was so on brand for him, and he did it his way, and he did it big. And when you look at it compared to his other headlining performances, like Lollapalooza and stuff like that, it was so fitting the way he did it, and it was so tasteful. And still, he put a lot of effort into the performance because the whole time, singing live, rapping live, no backtrack, running around, doing a little choreography, like, he did that, making his statement in his way. It was totally on brand for him, totally his style, and it worked so nicely.
Period.
And why are people accusing SZA of lip syncing?
Who cares? She says, leave her alone.
You know what, period.
She says, she deserves... If she lip syncs, so what?
And what about it?
You didn't make it on that stage.
For real, who the hell am I?
Who am I? She had an amazing movie, which is so funny, and you should all see it. An amazing album. An amazing album.
Oh, yeah.
And now she's at the halftime show, so you just can't compare.
I'm sorry, but I gotta put a little bit on SZA right now, because why she keep releasing that album? She goes, this is my last album I'm releasing ever. Releases it 2 more times. Deluxe. Like, okay, just release a second album. Like, you've lied 1,000,000 times before. Like, it's okay.
It's okay.
If it's okay if this isn't your last album. You clearly want to make more music.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
What else? Oh, about the whole booing Taylor Swift thing, like, people just piss me off so bad. Like, I'm not even, like, the biggest Swiftie or the biggest, like, Taylor Swift fighter, but I'm well aware of the fact that so much of her hate is just rooted in misogyny.
Yeah.
So much of her hate. Like, they just hate anything women like.
Also, just boo the president. Don't boo
exactly.
her. There's a bigger villain in there.
Exactly. How are you going to applaud Donald Trump as he's actively ruining all of our lives and boo Taylor Swift? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll stand to the side if she deserves her lashings. But in that moment, literally, when you really break it down and you use this, you turn this on, what did she do? Other than show up to the game like the rest of America and watch. Also, why in the clip where they're booing her, I literally took me forever to peep that it's Ice Spice sitting next to her. That killed me. I don't know why that was so funny. I'm like, what?
Is she there? They're friends.
But yeah, the whole thing was just weird. And honestly, all this stuff that keeps happening, like people just trying to force some sort of like mean girl energy onto Taylor Swift and just force some sort of like hate train. And it's never for the stuff that's like could even be like a crumb of something that mattered. It's always for the nonsense. It kind of makes me like her more. To be honest, it makes me like her more. I'm just like, you know what? Period, Tay. Period. Do your thing. Because these bitches are so annoying.
Yeah, they mad.
Mm-hmm. Stay mad.
I mean, I don't like her, but...
Oh! Bro, people are so annoying. Like, then, as soon as the whole thing they won, and then they hit the streets and started, like, tearing stuff up, lighting... They, like, ripped, like, a bunch of stuff out of a truck that had, like, linens or, like, t-shirts or whatever in it, and set, like, a huge pile of clothing on fire, pulling down, like, traffic lights and just destroying the place.
That's just Philly. The mayor was like, please, guys, for the love of God, don't. And then they did. Like, and you know what? I hope their taxes go up.
Speaking of misogyny, like, the way these sports fans...
Oh, I was like, how are you going to connect?
The way these sports fans never get labeled as insane, immature, dangerous... No, it's always just sports fans, sports lovers, super fan, da-da-da-da. But fangirls can never escape the label of crazy. You can never escape the label of crazy. And it'll literally be something as simple as, like, people camping out for a concert. There being a crowd because people are trying to see someone famous. And they'll be branded as crazy lunatic fangirls that are so out of control. But grown-ass people can, for a game they weren't even in, mess up the whole city, and it'll never be something that permanently brands sports fans as out of control and scary. These scary, spooky sports fans, you don't want to talk bad about their team. They're going to send their fandom after you. You know how that's the way they treat fangirls. The Swifties are going to come for you. They're going to come for you at night. The believers are going to come in your sleep. The Carpenters are going to get you. They always do that. That's how they talk about these fangirls. And they do nothing. They do nothing to earn all that except stream the music, buy the music, and maybe decorate their rooms a bit and show up early for events. Get these male fans, these male stans can do whatever they want. They can paint their face like these dudes. They can name their children after these men. They can buy onesies and all kinds of stuff, decorate their whole basement after these men, tear up the city in the name of these men that don't know they exist, and they will never have that permanent branding of, dangerous stans that'll do anything for their fave. Just kills me, man. Another reason why I'm so, why I found the booing Taylor thing so corny.
Yeah, I was just
corny.
Like, why? Why? Why do we need to be vocal?
Corny.
There's so many greater villains in the fucking room. There's so many bad people in the room. Can we, move on?
For real.
She's not, the greatest person, and she's really bad for the ecosystem, but,
Yeah, she didn't need that. She didn't need that.
But, that was so random. That was so random to, hate on her for that, but whatever.
Mind you, it's not her fault that the NFL has been leeching off of her all season. They won't stop showing her face.
To support her.
It's not her fault.
Boyfriend.
They will not take the camera off of her. Every time she does anything, they make it about her because her fans are just better than y'all. If y'all want it to be about him and not her, then better beef up the fandom. I don't know what to tell you. She's the one that pulls in the stream. She's the one that everybody wants to see. It's not her fault. She's the star of the show. Y'all are just big mad because your fave is tanking, is flopping, and now you're mad. For real. She's number 1 on the Hot 100, and he's bubbling under. Y'all. He just plummeted. He just plummeted on the Hot 100. Biggest drop in history. Okay? It's not her fault. I really do sound like a Swiftie right now. But no, I am passionate about this because it makes me mad.
That's all I have to say.
Period. Okay. Oh, we were going to do predictions and stuff, but this camera doesn't have too much time left on it.
And we're trying to do shorter videos for you guys.
We're trying. I swear we're trying to do shorter videos. I swear. Okay.
Somebody likes to yap.
Somebody does like to yap. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder who that is. We gotta get them on here.
we gotta invite them.
For real.
Like, we don't have anything to talk about.
For real. But no, you're like giving the most like concise recap. Okay, have a nice day. And I'm like, but let's get into that. Okay. Ooh, you do the outro.
Okay. Okay, well, that was our video for the day. We really hope you guys enjoyed it. We are trying out new, like, video times to see if the shorter ones are more engaging. And we are going to try doing the 2-sided cameras more to see, like, if that retains attention and it's, like, more visually captivating. Because we all know that we like visual stims. So, if you want to see that, comment below. We also see that the Reddit's videos are really good. So if you have Reddit subthreads that you want us to read through, let us know, because I know that some of our fans really enjoy those. But anyway, my name is TJ.
My name's Tabby.
And this was Loud and Wrong.
Bye. Hey, everybody! Hey, y'all, I'm testing out this hairstyle. Like, I'm gonna get it redone. I did this myself, but I'm gonna get it redone by the real girlies. And I'm gonna get it in blonde. Basically, it's
blonde. Ooh.
Layered box braids. But it's like French curl. Because y'all, it's French curl. Because I was before sitting here trying to look up the way the girls in the 90s did their hair. And how they always had, like, micro. And they had, like, kind of swooped at the ends. To get this effect where it's just, like, the tip of it that's curved in, I saw people doing all kinds of stuff. They were using these, like, heated things, but then also synthetic hair, so it was melting. And I was like, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all not using a straightener on all that hair. There's no way. And it turns out they were using the full-length French curl, except you just stop braiding. Way later. Okay, trust. I think I have to edit. Gotta make some edits to the hair when you do this stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna get it right. And y'all gonna be sitting there, what you going on? I'll be like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
That's a splat.